This is Spurs' trophy cabinet. It's empty. The last time Spurs won a trophy was in the 1960s and there weren't even color photos back then. But you know what? We're here to change that. I'm gonna become the manager of Spurs and we're gonna fix them and fill up their trophy cabinet and make them the best club in the world. It's now time to begin our job as Spurs' manager, and the first thing we're gonna do is assess the squad we've got. I quickly realized that this team has a lot of talent. Bro, we've got Harry Kane and Heung-min Son up top. Like, what even? Then players like Christian Romero, Højbjerg, Ivan Perisic, Richarlison chilling on the bench. The talent here is tremendous. It's actually mad that Spurs haven't won a trophy since 2008. But of course, we're here to change that. But to do that, I'll need to make my mark on this team, and the first big decision I'm making is changing up the formation. I do not want to play a defensive 5-2-3 formation. Nah. That's just not my cup of tea. I think for us, the way to win with this Spurs team is to using a 4-3-3 holding formation. This is how I think I want to be playing with this Spurs team. A 4 in the back defense, the classic 3-man midfield, and of course an attack of Kane, Son, and Kulusevski. I think this works, but to make this formation work, we need to definitely sign players to suit these positions. And obviously, the good thing is we do have a bit of money, so let's get to work. It's time to make our first signing for Spurs, and it's an absolutely massive transfer. Fikayo Tomori from AC Milan to Spurs. Of course, when I was analyzing my team, I realized that Romero is partnered up with Eric Dyer. That's not going to win us trophies. We need a centre-back like him who's won some silverware. Tomori won Serie A with Milan. I think it's a perfect fit. We did have to pay about 65 million to make it happen, but an 84 rated centre-back, he'll basically solve all our defensive issues. I can't lie, this is one hell of a defensive partnership. We've got 35 million left, and there is an interesting signing I want to try and make. It's a certain midfielder that's played before for Spurs. And you might be thinking, why do you want a midfielder? Well, we are lacking depth in that position, especially since we've changed to a 3-man midfield. And yes, you guys probably guessed it, Luka Modric back to Spurs. Now, you might be thinking, what on earth are you doing? As I said, the job here is to make Spurs a winning club. Who better than Luka Modric, who's won multiple Champions Leagues? He's on the twilight of his career. I know that he's 36, but I still think he can offer us a lot. Maybe not for 2-3 seasons, but definitely he can give us one amazing season, and maybe that's what we need to win some trophies. He looks good with that number 8 on him, that's for sure. Luka Modric back at Spurs. The cool thing about this deal is we only paid 20.6 million for an 88 rated player. I think it's a dub, and I won't lie, the midfield now looks 10 times better. After the transfer of Luka Modric, I was gearing up to sign maybe a new fullback, but I just realized Dejan Kulusevski is on loan, one of the most talented wingers on the planet, I feel, and there's no way we're letting him go back to his original club, Juventus. We can't let that happen. We need to sign him on a permanent deal. But because I spent so much money, we'll need to be selling players to make it happen. Good thing is, I managed to sell Davinson Sanchez and even Ben Davies for a good chunk of cash. So we are sitting on about 40 million. I don't think that's going to be enough for Kulusevski, so we need to grind more, sell a few more players. That's another solid player sale that we needed. Matt Doherty for 8.5 million. We've got enough fullbacks in the club. The issue with our fullbacks, though, they're not super high rated, but Doherty wasn't adding much value. We sold him. We're now up to 48 million. Meanwhile, I changed Tanganga's position to a centre-back, and look at that. He goes up by 4 ratings. Trust me, he's gonna be a bit of a baller for us. Over 65% of you guys watching my videos haven't subscribed. We're trying to hit 600k before the end of the year, which is, I know, super difficult, but if you guys can help me out, that'd be awesome. We couldn't really sell it anyone else, but we got a good chunk of cash from season ticket money. Let's use that. We need to settle the buy option on Kulusevski. Oh, apparently we already have a deal with them. 43.7 million, and Kulusevski's ours. I feel like that's good value. Let's pay it. And there you go. We've just signed Dejan Kulusevski on a permanent deal. Bro, my man is walking into the office. He's already a Spurs player, dude. Why are you walking in like you've come here for the first time? With the completion of Kulusevski's signing, we were now ready for the season ahead. The only weakness I'd say this team's got is the fullback positions. But even so, Ryan Sessegnon and Emerson are talented players, so hopefully they can get through it. Hey boss, I'll be honest, if we don't end up winning any trophies this season, I'll be submitting a transfer request. I don't want my career to end up trophyless. Wow, Harry Kane has just dropped a bombshell on us. But you know what? I understand where Harry Kane's coming from. He's 29, yet to win a proper trophy. But you know what? He should trust me, because this season, we've got the team, I feel, to win some silverware. It was now time to start our Premier League season, Luka Modric making his return for Spurs. We also had Fikayo Tomori making his debut. First Premier League game of the season, we need to win to see if our ideas are working, and guess who stepped up to deliver? Come on, Luka Modric. What can he do? Oh, brilliant stuff to find Kane. That is Luka Modric at his best. I'm so glad we signed him. Even if he gives us one elite season, we could end Spurs' trophy draw. And with the first win under our belt, we carry that momentum in our next few Premier League games. Oh, Kulusevski, that is unbelievable. Dejan Kulusevski. Bro, he created that chance for Harry Kane. Oh, what a ball for Heung-min Son. He's got to score this. Of course he does. That's Heung-min Son for you. The team is clicking so well. We've literally had a perfect start to our Premier League season. The team is clicking. Almost all our attackers are scoring goals for fun. We gotta keep this up, man. We might be able to win Spurs' first league title since 1961. We also are in the Champions League this season, and this is our group. On the face of it, it looks easy, but Frankfurt won Europa League, Sporting are half decent, and Marseille could be tricky. Gotta be careful with this group. The Champions League is where I realized the limitations of this team. Oh, Ryan Sessegnon, how did you just leave him there? What are you doing? And they scored. Ryan Sessegnon. What has he done? Can't believe this. That Ryan Sessegnon mistake has cost us the game. Emerson Royal is actually pretty good in that right back spot, but we do need a desperate improvement in the left back position. We don't even have anyone for backup. Well, we're gonna have to survive until January. Imagine he gets injured. We are completely muddled then. Just after that Champions League defeat, we had games against Liverpool and Man United, our first real test in the Premier League, and it didn't go down well. How has that header just gone in? What was our defense doing? Luis Diaz scores. Once again, sus defending from us. We followed up with that defeat to Liverpool with a 0-0 draw to Man United. This is where I realized this challenge is not going to be easy. We're desperately missing some quality in that left back position, and the fact that we can't do anything about it until January, it's tough. Plus, Hugo Lloris in goal does not give me that confidence anymore. Emerson Royal is decent, but he needs to be better. There's a lot we need to still figure out with this team. To make things worse, just what we didn't need. It's a pretty serious injury too, a dislocated shoulder. He's going to be out for the next 3 months. The crazy thing is he's been our top scorer in the Premier League as well. Richarlison, well, it's your time to shine. Honestly, I was expecting us to completely collapse after Kane being injured, all the defensive issues, but Richarlison stepped up. Okay. Richarlison, wow. Bro, he just channeled his inner R9 over there. What even? Up next was the big North London derby. I was worried for this game because Mikel Arteta's Arsenal is good. But guess what? We've got Richarlison. Oh, Richarlison again. He gets the better of the defender. Richarlison, he's so good. His two-footedness makes him just such a weapon in front of goal. Spurs lead against Arsenal. Unbelievable for him to do that in the North London derby. With Richarlison carrying us against all odds without Harry Kane, we're top of the league after 10 games. End the league right now. Stop it. Let me take home the trophy. Meanwhile, though, this was frustrating. We got knocked out by Everton in the Carabao Cup. This was a chance to win a trophy, but yeah, Spurs, as usual, bottled it. We need to change this mindset, though. Champions League, though, was where things were a bit iffy, and we were still not completely sure whether we'll qualify. Thankfully, even without Kane, this team has a lot of quality, and we put it to good use. Oh, we're setting Kulusevski on a run here. Go on. Dejan Kulusevski with a goal as well now. We need it. And of course, that finish was class. Let's go, guys. We managed to top our Champions League group. Meanwhile, we were 20 games into the Premier League season, and we were starting to feel the absence of Harry Kane, and we dropped way too many silly points, and Liverpool were just absolutely perfect. Look at the point difference from being top in the league. How have we gone to 5th? And honestly, I think it's just our defense. The good news, though, is Harry Kane is back and fully fit. We're going to have him for the rest of the season. Fair play, Richarlison. You carried the team in his absence. But now that we're in the January transfer window, we need to fix things up. The only issue I've got is with 17 million, it's going to be so difficult to sign anyone. I thought of signing maybe someone experienced like Jordi Alba, but he just moved to Manchester United. But then it finally hit me. A certain Sergio Reguilon is out on loan at Atletico Madrid. He is literally the player we're missing for. Why didn't I recall him earlier? This is our signing sorted. Look at how balanced the team is looking now with Sergio Reguilón in that place. And yeah, it's looking fantastic. With that, we're ready for the remainder of the season. I don't see us signing anyone with 17 million. And honestly, with Reguilón, the team had more balance. We were really playing well. Oh, that's a good pass for Kane, who's taken it into his stride really well. And that's what we want to see. Kane, back from his injury, scoring for Spurs. We'll need him if we want to try and win a trophy this season. Heung-min Son taking the ball in his stride so well. And the finish as well. Absolutely ruthless. Sadly, it's taken us way too long to figure out this team and, you know, bring in Reguilón back and everything. It doesn't look like the Premier League is going to be a trophy we can win this season. We need to just get top 4 and get ourselves into the Champions League. Realistically, then, the only chances we've got to win the trophy is 1, the Champions League, where we've drawn Napoli in the round of 16, and 2, the other big one is the FA Cup, where we did knock out Hull City. I guess then for the rest of the season, the objectives are that we need to get the burden of not winning a silverware out this season. Meanwhile, we've just endured the betrayal of the century. Emerson Royale, out of nowhere, left for Liverpool in the window, and I think it was because of the release clause or something. We had no idea. Look at the situation we're in. We've got 44 million, but we cannot bring in a replacement because, well, the transfer window is now shut. I cannot believe this has happened. Our season is absolutely crumbling. For the rest of the season, we're going to have to use Spence as our right back. I'm genuinely shook, man, that how are we in this situation? Amidst all this chaos, it's now time to see if we can get through in the Champions League against Napoli. To cope with this right back situation, what I decided to do is play Tanganga at right back. I know he can play there, he's decent. And of course, in the Champions League, we start the game off in the worst possible way. I legit can't believe this is happening. Napoli with the first chance, and they've scored against us. This is surreal what's happening. And would you believe it? They get another penalty. Dude, I want to cry. Like, what is this even? Another penalty for them, and they score again. Hugo Lloris can't save a pen to save his life. 2-0 in Naples. This looks like, yeah, I don't see us surviving this. I think we're out of the Champions League. And yes, it's all over. That first leg result was enough for Napoli to knock us out. We're out of another competition. And now the only, well, real chances we've got of winning a trophy are the Premier League, where we are 18 points off Liverpool. So this is not happening this season. So realistically, it's only the FA Cup, where we're in the quarterfinals against Chelsea. This is our last shot at winning a trophy this season. The thing is, the team has actually performed really well, I'd say. With all that we're dealing with, the team has actually gelled together. And if you look at the stats, like Heung-min Son, Kulusevski, even Richarlison in the absence again, everyone is doing their part. It's just that the curse of Spurs not winning a trophy just is tough to deal with. But you know what? We're gonna try and end that curse, and it begins now. Chelsea quarterfinals. This is it, guys. If we don't win this game and progress to the next round and go all the way and win the FA Cup, Harry Kane is going to choose to leave the club. We made a deal with him about this, so yeah. I really thought we were going to be able to turn our season around here, but it seems like everything is falling apart. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Aye, aye, aye. Osimhen scores. Chelsea 1-0. No, man. No. Osimhen again. I can't seem to defend it. What is that pass even? Chelsea have destroyed us. And yes, the game ended up finishing 4-1. We're going trophyless again. Literally, guys, the Premier League is the only competition we've got left. Our job was to get Spurs a trophy, and we did have all the tools to make it happen. A pretty ridiculous team, yet we failed. You know what? For now, we can't let this distract us. We still need to secure Champions League football. That's our goal from now until the end of the season. Thankfully, even with nothing to play for, we managed to string a good run of form in our last few Prem games. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Kane. Go on, Harry. Come on, that's what we want to see. Harry Kane scores. No trophies to play for, but we still need to get the job done. Oh, go on, Son. Go on, Sonny. What a season he's having. Goes for the cutback for Kane. And Harry Kane gets a goal right there. That could be the goal that gets us top 4. And with that, the season comes to an end. We managed to string a good run of form, finishing second in the Premier League. Liverpool were just a league above us, and they also stole our right back. What a weird tactic, but fair play. Such a bummer we couldn't win a trophy, because you know what? Second in the Premier League, our team was good. But it is what it is, man. We'll come back stronger for next season. But don't forget, forget, we might not have Harry Kane for Season 2. What do? Season 2 starts off on a very difficult note. Harry Kane is gone. He has left the club. We made him a promise. If we didn't win a trophy last season, we'll allow him to fulfill his dream, leave the club and win trophies elsewhere. And that has happened. You know what, boys? Can't be mad at Kane for this. He's off to Real Madrid and we get 90 million for this. But that's just made our job even more difficult. Without Kane, we need to take this Spurs team to trophies. Otherwise, we fail this challenge. You know what? Last season we came close. We finished second in the league and we could have won a trophy. So I'm confident if we make the right changes, things will be possible. And because of Harry Kane, we've got about 300 million to spend. The board are backing us. It's about us if we can put it to good use. First thing we need to decide is who's going to be our number one striker. I think Richarlison, in the absence of Kane's injury and everything last season, he showed why he could be the top man. So for me, Richarlison's going to be our number one striker. But I am not trusting Parrott or Dominic Scarlett as backup. We need another option up top. So let's get to work. And we've used the Harry Kane money already to bring in a new striker. Probably not the player you expected, but Gianluca Scamacca is the player we've gone for. A good striker, bit of a different player than Richarlison. I think that's a perfect signing. It's a big responsibility on these two to be the strikers we need. Now, moving on to the wing positions, I think Son and Kulusevski, perfect. Son was literally our best player last season. He needs to keep this up. And we've got someone like Brian Gill as backup. In midfield, Luka Modric will be put on the bench because, well, he's 83 rated now. I think he'll still play a part, but Bissouma, he's 84, and I think we need to make him a starter. Also, by the way, we've got players like Lo Celso coming back from his loan spell. I think that's going to be really helpful. Even someone like Ndombele. One thing's for sure, we can't trust Hugo Lloris anymore. He's good, he's 84 rated, but like, come on, guys. He's 36 years old. We need a better goalkeeper. And so we paid big money to bring in another French goalkeeper to Spurs, and it's Mike Maignan. I think he's the perfect man to be our goalkeeper, man. 94.8 million though to sign him. It was expensive. There you go. With that, the defense is looking a lot more secure. Super happy with the centre backs we've got. I think they can win us trophies. Same with Regulo. But you guys know what happened with that right back position, don't you? Emerson Royal was the main man. We were building him up, growing him, and he was actually doing pretty well. But midway through the season, he betrayed us and joined Liverpool. Literally joining our title rivals. We need to get a bit of revenge and we need to replace him. And the only way I think we're going to hurt Liverpool just a little bit is by signing Trent Alexander-Arnold, former Liverpool player, currently playing for Madrid. I want him. This could be the most expensive signing we've ever made. Good thing is with the Kane money, we still have cash left for this. I'm offering 100 million. What? They've kicked us out for 100 million. What? That is insane. We're going to have to work hard to sign him. Round 2 of negotiating for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I'm upping my offer by 10 million. Looks like 137 million is what it's going to cost us. Me being stingy, I'm going to try for 120 and let's see what they say. Yep, guys, it's finally worked. Looks like we're going to be signing Trent. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Spurs is complete. This is not something I imagined that would have happened today. 120 million though. With that, I think this team is complete. We are ready to win trophies. Not gonna lie, if I can't win silverware with this team, I'm a finished manager. Although we were done with our transfers, I was still working on some player sales so we can generate some extra cash. Lucas Moura sold for 15 million. Harry Winks as well sold for another 10. We sold this Destiny Udogi guy who we had at the club for 40 million. Like, he was a good left back, but we've got enough players there. And with that, we were up to 100 million, and this money could be useful in January if needed. The Premier League season is about to begin. This season, we have to win the title. Before we actually play our first game, it's also time to decide who's going to be the club captain. I don't think Heung-min Son is captain material. I think among the players we've got, Højbjerg sounds like a good option, so we're going to make him the captain. It is now time to begin with our Premier League season. Not gonna lie, I was worried about this team in the absence of Harry Kane, but you know what? There was another player who was willing to step up. Richarlison. Oh, lovely scoop ball for Son. He's got to score. Of course he does. In the absence of Kane, Heung-min Son's going to be the leader of this front line. Heung-min Son again. Looking inside for Bissouma. In the absence of Luka Modric, Bissouma stepping up too. Players are stepping up big time for Spurs. Honestly, it feels like this team has already forgotten Harry Kane because the Son-Richarlison duo is working brilliantly. Heung-min Son. Oh, what a season he's having. Looking inside for Richarlison. That pass was class. And of course, a bit of Richarlison celebration as well. Look at Tottenham do it. 4 games into the season, we are definitely in the title fight. We did draw 1 game, but things are still looking amazing. The good thing is, like, almost every signing we made in Trent and Mike Magnan performing brilliantly. Also, someone like Bissouma who's coming for Luka Modric, he is doing incredibly well. Bentancur has been a bit sus, so I think I'm going to try out Lo Celso in that position and to see how that works. It's now time for the big one, the Champions League. This is also a massive chance to win a trophy. Our group is interesting, some good teams in there, but I don't see why we shouldn't top it. With Lo Celso coming into the lineup, we had more balance, and that was clearly visible. We were dominating the Champions League. Trent bringing it forward, looking for Richarlison, and that's our first Champions League goal of the season. Good to see new signing Trent coming with an assist. Just as things were going well for us on all fronts, we had a massive injury. No, this looks bad, guys. This looks bad. Trent Alexander-Arnold? No, he was our superstar signing. We paid so much money for him, and it looks serious. It really does look serious. On the bench, I think only Tanganga can play right back for now. My God, this is bad. I really hope it's not a serious one. It's going to be 2 months that Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be out for, but I'm glad it's not an ACL or something. That's fine. Who's going to play in his absence? I think for me, it's got to be Tanganga. Don't get me wrong, Spence is good, but I just trust Tanganga. It gives me a bit of confidence. I can't believe this. Our first game without Trent is going to be a North London derby, and we need to win this to be in the title battle. I don't think I can use Tanganga for this. He's got a -5 in his overall. It's got to be Spence. Spence, we're trusting you for this. Also for this game, I want Luka Modric's ability in midfield. If we can win this North London derby, the momentum will be in our favor, and I'm sure we can keep up our title charge. Let's beat them. This North London derby was tense, and we didn't really have a good start. No, no, no. Oh, my God. Arsenal strike first. Aye, aye, aye. We're going to have to fight back. But soon after Arsenal scored, Luka Modric decided to change the game for us. Luka Modric turning back time with this performance. Richarlison, and we get the equalizer. That was all Luka Modric. What work on the touchline there. 1-1. And once we got the equalizer, we took the game to the next level. Richarlison does it again. Son. Now Richarlison, proper chance, and Richarlison this season is something else. Even after scoring a second, Richarlison wasn't done yet. Heung-min Son, and I see Richarlison in the box, and a Richarlison hat-trick against Arsenal. This man has made us forget about Harry Kane. That's for sure. What a season he's having. And with that North London derby win under our belt, we kept our form up, and we were second in the Premier League halfway through the season. Just 2 points off Liverpool. We are well and truly in the title battle this season. Also in the Champions League, we managed to top our group, which is perfect. And we've got even more good news that Trent Alexander-Arnold is back from his injury. We're now in the January transfer window, and this is where we need to decide whether we need more improvements to make this team a team that's going to guaranteed win trophies, something which we haven't done so far. We've got about 105 million. Big decisions to be made this window. You know what, guys? Lo Celso is great, but I really want an improvement in that midfield. I want a superstar, and I don't want to be ruining our missed trophies for not having that world-class midfielder. We're up against Liverpool and City for the title. We can't mess this up. And looks like we're striking a deal with Real Madrid, who are interested in Lo Celso. A swap deal with us giving 30 million plus Lo Celso, and they giving us Camavinga. I'm taking this. We've just brought in Eduardo Camavinga from Real Madrid. A bit of revenge on them for taking away Harry Kane. I think this is good value. Plus, he's 83 rated. There goes Camavinga in the starting 11. I think this team is complete, and let's hope this is the season we start filling up Spurs' trophy cabinet. And we finally have a chance to win a trophy for Spurs, the first since 2008. It's the same trophy, the Carabao Cup. We're up against Liverpool in the final. This team deserves it, man. We've been performing so well this season in almost every competition, but the final hurdle we've never crossed. This has to be the moment we cross it. Will our bad luck continue, or are we going to get to win our first ever trophy Wembley? And just what we didn't want in this game, well, that's exactly what happened. No, no, no. This is the worst thing that could have happened to us. Salah with the penalty, and Liverpool take the lead. The curse of Spurs not winning a trophy, is that going to keep going on? But this Spurs team we've built, they're not going to back down from any challenge. What a ball for Richarlison. He might actually score. We get the equalizer. Richarlison scores. We're not backing down. We're not going to lose to some curse or anything. We're going to win this trophy. Richarlison gets us back in it. Bissouma stops it. Looks back inside for Son. Oh, he gets it. He gets it himself. And Son scores. Heung-min Son, what a strike. This is a team of winners. And we're going to prove everyone wrong by winning the Carabao Cup. What a goal from Son. It wasn't just about scoring. We had to defend to survive this game. Oh, no. They're playing some good football. Maignan saves. Romero survives that. I can't believe it. Oh, no. We've let Mo Salah through. This is bad. This is bad. Reguilon's tracking back, but is it going to be enough? He's done incredibly well. We've forced Salah wide. We need to learn how to suffer if we're going to win trophies. Darwin Núñez in the box. Chance. Need to clear the ball away, and we survived it. We have survived it. Let's go. Spurs win a trophy for the first time since 2008. And look at everyone celebrate. We've broken the curse. We've got them a trophy. It's taken us a season and a half, a lot of rebuilding, but we've done it. Finally, the cabinet is getting filled up. I know it's only the Carabao Cup, but hey, we got to start somewhere. But let's not let these celebrations distract us. We can celebrate it now, but there is still bigger fish to fry. That's right, guys. In the Champions League, we've drawn Inter. The first leg has already been played, and it was a 2-all draw. So as long as we beat Inter, we're going to be moving on to the quarterfinals. We had all the momentum in the world to take forward after winning a trophy, and we absolutely destroyed Inter. Kulusevski has really done well. Richarlison, Bissouma turns and shoots and scores. We're making it look easy, the Champions League. Richarlison, Bissouma again. Bissouma, bro, he is unreal. Comes in with a brace. Inter are done. Meanwhile, in the Premier League, we were in an unbelievable situation to win the title. 4 points clear of City, which, by the way, we could extend to 7 if we can get a result against City. Effectively, I think we will win the league if we can win this game. This is do or die. The nerves were there in this game because I think everybody knew if we win this, we're going to win the league. But of course, because of that, we end up conceding. No. That is cheeky from Haaland. How has he pulled that off in a pressure game like this? Fair play. City win this, they're going to be back in the title race. We don't want that. If they've got Haaland, we've got Son. Yo, Heung-min Son, when he bursts through like that, there is not many players that can stop him. And it's an immediate equalizer for Heung-min Son. What a player. This Man City team is going to be an incredibly difficult rival because just as we scored, they responded. Oh, this is bad. Cody Gakpo for City. What a team we're up against. This Spurs team does not give up. Oh, I'm sending Heung-min Son through. Heung-min Son is now 1v1. He's got to take this chance. Of course he does. A crucial equalizer. Even if we get a draw from this game, that'll be big for us. That's that for this game, boys. We avoided defeat, and I think that's going to be more than good enough for our title ambitions. With that result against City, we're in a very good spot to win the title with just 8 games to go. We could be ending Spurs' trophy draw, their first league title since 1961. The job is not done yet. Meanwhile, we're also alive in the FA Cup, and in the Champions League, we've drawn Liverpool. This might be a season where we could win everything. Oh, no Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. Somewhere this man is ruining his decision of leaving our project and going to Madrid. But hey, it is what it is. We're in the mix to win the quadruple, but so far we've only got the Carabao Cup. We need to knock out Liverpool. We beat them in the Carabao Cup final. We can surely beat them here. This game was intense. Nothing happened in the first half, but then we conceded a pen. Not this way, man. Not this way. Not a penalty. Mike Maignan has to save us, and he does. We needed that. That save changed the momentum of this game, and look what happened next. It's on. No way. No way. What a chance we've got. Son is slowing the game down, releasing it for Richarlison, and Richarlison does it against Liverpool. And as a former Evertonian, I think he is delighted. What a turnaround this game has been. What a win for us at Anfield. Surely we're going to go through now to the quarterfinals. All we need to do now in the second leg is just avoid defeat, and we'll be through. And for the second leg, I made a controversial decision of going to a 5 at the back. You know what? To win trophies, you got to do what you got to do. And I feel this way, Liverpool won't score. Look at us go on the breakaway here. This is looking nice. Richarlison turning his man, looking for Son. It's simple football, but so effective. The decision to go 5 5 at the back has worked wonders. Kulusevski, you know what I'm gonna do. Releasing it for Heung-min Son, who cannot stop scoring. What a player he is. We've now made it out of the quarterfinals to the semi-finals of the Champions League, where we'll be up against Chelsea. What are these teams left in the competition? RB Leipzig and Villarreal. This is our year to win it. Sadly, though, in the FA Cup, we took an L to Man City and we're out. We can't win the quadruple. Can't win everything, can we now? But we're still on course for the treble because we are top of the league with, what, 5 games to go. The first leg against Chelsea ended in a 1-all draw. Not again. This is sad. This is genuinely sad. Trent Alexander-Arnold injured again for 2 months. That's his season over. That is genuinely the second time that's happened. And just before the Chelsea game, the second leg, we've lost one of our best players. Where's Spence? He's gonna have to come through again. Bro, I can't stress enough. Players like Tanganga and Spence have been the perfect squad utility players. They're the players without which you can't win trophies. Regardless, we still have a job to do against Chelsea. We need to win this game and knock them out. We've come so far in this Spurs journey. We're not leaving this game empty-handed. On play, we are looking good in the breakaway. Here's Kulusevski. Looking inside for Richarlison, and he scores. Could that be the goal to send us through to a Champions League final? Richarlison, Kulusevski. Oh, he's managed to sneak that in. What a finish. Surely it's over. We're on course to making a Champions League final. So it's RB Leipzig we'll be facing in the Champions League final. We have to win this. Also, the Premier League season is coming to an end, and we're almost there at the very end with the trophy. All we need is like a draw. Maybe a draw won't be enough. We need to win our final game. But our final game is against Liverpool at Anfield. Okay, I did the math, and yes, a draw won't be enough because goal difference. We need to win against Liverpool at Anfield to win the title. The last time Spurs won the league title, 1961, they didn't even have color photos back then. But here we are with a chance. Can we pull it off? One thing's for sure, we're going to give it everything. Of course, this game was going to be super dense with the Premier League title on the line. But finally, in the second half, we got our breakthrough. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Kulusevski, who's going to be the hero for us. Of course, it is Richarlison, the goal that could win us the Premier League title. All we need to do now is hold on. It's been a game of few chances. We've taken ours. After that, it was all about surviving. We need to survive now. We need to survive now. That's what I call proper defending. But no, we've given it away. Somebody make the challenge. No, Mignan saves us. 90th minute of the game. We're on the attack. You know what? I'm taking it straight to the corner flag. I don't even care. We're trying to waste as much time as possible. Referee, just end the game. I do not want to be here. And it's done. We've just won the Premier League title. We've worked so hard for this since 1961. Spurs fans have been waiting to experience this. And finally, they get to feel it. The Premier League title is ours. Our second trophy of the season. We're not done yet. We still have that big night, the Champions League, to complete our treble. Take a look at the stats of everyone. Look at Heung-min Son's season. 42 goals. Kulusevski, 35. Richarlison with another 30. Højbjerg, our captain, has come through. What a season from all the key players. And this is it. One last game, and we fixed Spurs and made them a winning club. Let's do this. From being memed about not winning trophies, we've brought Spurs to a Champions League final. This is it. The Champions League final, the game we need to win, and for once, we had the dream start. Oh, Heung-min Son decides to break through. Heung-min Son decides to break through, and oh, in 3 minutes, Heung-min Son has done it. This Spurs team is something special. There is no way we're losing this. After our goal, Leipzig decided to come forward, and maybe I did underestimate them. Leipzig might have a chance. It's Werner. What's happening? No, Mike Mignan. What did he do there? That's such a silly goal to give away. But this Spurs team only knows how to win. They scored, so we decided to do it ourselves. Richarlison, of course. This man keeps scoring the important goals. What a Champions League final this has been. But even after playing so well, looks like luck is against us. No. Like, what even? What is this game right now? We've conceded 2 of the most garbage goals ever. RB Leipzig are giving it everything, but so are we. And just before halftime, we had a magic moment. Kulusevski looking for Richarlison just before halftime. Richarlison with the chip. No way. He's just done that. What a goal to put us into the lead. Let's go. RB Leipzig tried a lot to get back into the game, but towards the end of it, we struck gold. Richarlison sees Son, and this could be the goal to end the game. Heung-min Son gets it. It's over. We're winning the Champions League. We've done it, guys. We've made Spurs Champions League winners. No more trophy-less memes. We've got them to win the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and the Champions League. We've taken Spurs to a Champions League, which is mental, and if you enjoyed this journey, I'm sure you'll enjoy me making Manchester United the world's best club. Click here to watch that video.